Hey, one awesome community. This is episode 343, and it's all about you've got the power with laughter. I truly believe if you have a way to infuse humor into any situation, and not all are, of course, perfect for humor, but I find humor really is an icebreaker in so many situations, and it can endear you to someone or to something because we all have our different ways of humor. And I grew up in a home with humor. My father was hilarious. He would always go into accents. And I remember one time I was dating this young man that wore this headgear, and my dad showed up one day with the same headgear on. I mean, it was hilarious. And so I was very, very blessed to have a home where I watched my mom and dad with their sense of humor banter back and forth. And I've been very blessed with a crazy, silly wit. And I'm the one that puts a balloon underneath my shirt and pretends I'm, this grandmother that's pregnant at Halloween. And I wore it all day long. It was so much fun. Anyway, I do silly things like that and just enjoy it so much. I start my day with reading Zits, my calendar. It starts my day. And I end my day with some kind of sitcom that makes me laugh. And I've seen the same shows over and over and over again, but they're classics. And I might even know most of the time I know what's coming up, but it doesn't matter. I still laugh. And so my husband and I actually met at a thing called Humor Escapes. This woman encountered many people that struggled with having a sense of humor. And so she decided to have a class to help people. And true enough, there was one young man in our class that had struggles. He didn't see things funny. He didn't get the wit. He didn't get the humor. He could probably read a Zits and just go, I don't get it. So I don't understand that person because I've never encountered that person except in that class. Long story short, my husband and I met. I was voted the silliest. He was the second runner-up. And 3 months later, we got married. About 4 months later, I guess. We had about a month courtship. Anyway, we still laugh together, and people just think we're hilarious because we have this banter that goes on, and we laugh every day. And we laugh at ourselves a whole heck of a lot. Some of the crazy things that we do. For example, I was shopping in one of my favorite stores, and I had a clerk that I dearly enjoy bantering with when I'm there. And I held this dress up. I says, don't you think this is such a cool... She held it up. She says, this is such a cool dress. I said, yeah, I think so too. Well, of course, when I bought it at the time, we weren't able to try things on. And so I brought the dress home and I put it on. I'm thinking, nope, I don't know how anybody would wear this dress. I took it back. I got my favorite clerk. And she says to me, you do know this part goes in front, right? And I just looked at her. I'm like, no. We just burst out laughing because I was putting the dress on backwards. And it was just hilarious. It was so hilarious. I said, well, I guess I'll take the dress back and try it on again. Some people would have been embarrassed by that, but I just found it hilarious. And here's why you have a lot of power if you can see the humor in things. One, it truly diffuses a situation that might have been awkward. It leaves you, at least it leaves me, this is always in my perspective, it leaves me with such incredible joy. If I can make somebody laugh, it's made my day. And anytime I give a presentation, I always start with a laugh. I used to do what I called my Alexisms. My granddaughter would come up with the strangest, she'd overhear a conversation, and then she'd repeat it back to us, and it was so cute the way she came up with it. It was just so cute. And I wrote them down, and I would share those stories when I would do presentations. It was just so much fun because the sound of laughter, think about it. Think about that baby that laughs for the first time. I've got a video of my great-granddaughter, and her mom is putting whipped cream in her mouth. She's 2 years old, and the minute mom starts with that, she just giggles and giggles and giggles. Anytime I've got a moment where I'm like, I pull out that video. It is the most cherished sound in the world, and you can see videos all over the place on YouTube of people posting the babies laughing. My friend Lisa posted one with her daughter and granddaughter, and whatever that daughter was saying was making this baby laugh hysterically, and every time she said it, she'd make it laugh. She'd make the baby laugh. Well, there's an episode in Friends where there's a new baby and they're trying to get the baby to stop crying, and they come up with a sort of risque song. This baby loved it and would laugh hysterically. We do things like that to get that response, not just from babies, but from coworkers, from friends, from family. If you use it in business, which most of my listeners are in some kind of business, you use it in business. Like I use it on my cards and gifts that I send out. I used to send out a postcard with nothing but humor on it. Now I do humor with other things. Like I'm getting ready to send, well, I can't tell you what I'm getting ready to send out because my listeners are also recipients of these. So never mind. But anyway, it is, you can see the smile on the back wall. I'm known for passing on a smile. I've got a picture up here. It's called "The More You Laugh, the Better You Live." And I truly believe that. And I truly believe you have a gift in who you are by sharing what makes you laugh. Because we had a laughter coach here at one point in time. She would teach people how to have these belly laughs, how to breathe and let them out, because it's so invigorating. And let me ask you, if you start your day with something that makes you laugh and it invigorates you, doesn't that give you a better day? Because you know what? It's just like a smile. If you pass one on, and even with masks, you can still see people's eyes crinkle. They're smiling. I mean, I've stood in pictures, they say smile, and we've got masks on. We just crack up because our eyes are laughing. And it's universal. You can go anywhere. I mean, when we went to Italy, we got the biggest chuckles out of people that we did not speak the same language, but we saw the same thing and we laughed in unison. It is what our world needs more than anything. I mean, I talk about everything our world needs because it's true. We are so mired in anger and political stuff and virus and all these things that make up the commotion in our world. But I truly believe if you take a few minutes every day and find something to make you laugh, whether it's a sitcom, or you pick up a card and somebody sent you this card and it's got a humor in it. We all send funny cards because they make us laugh. And so when I create one with my system, and you all know I'm the Hey Card Lady, I absolutely get the biggest giggles while I'm creating that. So I can tell you right now, anytime that you might be standing in a store and spending time looking for that perfect giggly card, you can also take your same giggles and put it in a card that you create. Just saying. But however you do it, you want to always have that arrow in your quiver, because it's going to make your day a better day. And when you have a better day, you treat people better. I know when I had 4.5 hours sleep yesterday. It's crazy, but I still function. And I went to our networking event and had an absolutely great time. And I loved it when they said, "Would the ambassadors please stand?" And I stand up. I'm the only one right now. And I turn around, I go, "Yep, I'm using my parade wave. It's the only time I'll get to use it." Because to me, there's always something that can put a smile on people's faces. And so with that said, I just want you to think today, who needs to hear from you that you might send a smile to them? You might find a poem that makes them laugh. You might find something in your home that reminds you of someone and it made you laugh. With my system, and I have to put the plug in here because that's why this podcast exists, it's made possible by what I do for a living, you can actually create a fun video of you, your family, and you can post that on Facebook, on YouTube. Then you can take the little URL and create a QR code, put it in a card, and you can actually send something a physical laugh because they open that up. It says scan it with your camera, click on it, and ba-boom, you're there in front of them, wishing them a wonderful day, giving them a laugh, something your kids do. You can put that on YouTube and then create that QR code. And we have all sorts of instructions on how to do that. But I have to share that with you. It would be totally remiss if I didn't tell you about that, because you know what? It is a special gift that you can give someone that nobody else can give them. Because, you know, we get emails all the time. And I get email, I cannot believe how many emails I have in there that I've saved, that I want to refer back to. I got to tell you, I scan them, but I never get back to them. Shame on me. Because it's like, you did that for a reason. Now go back and clean them out. Well, we don't have time to clean them out. They just keep stacking up. But let me tell you something. You get a card. You can see all my cards over here. Look at those. Those are cards. You get cards from people that care about you, or send a card to someone, and they get this pile of junk mail, and boom, 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 they go in there, and look at this card. They're in the worst place they've been in a long time. They open that card. They are so happy to get a card from you. It doesn't have to say anything more than, I'm thinking of you, and here's what I want to share with you. And just boom, they pull out their camera, and you're talking to them in a video, saying, hey, I miss you, and this made me laugh and think about you. Think about how it makes you feel when you're sending that. The anticipation of waiting till they get that. And knowing you'll get a phone call, you'll get a text. That was so cool. I loved that. That was so funny. Thank you so much. But you know what? Even if you never hear from them on that, because they're very busy, you still know you've made a difference by putting a smile on their face, by putting a chuckle in their heart. Because laughs are very good for your heart muscles. They truly, truly are. And our hearts have to be protected with joy and love and laughter. So that's why you've got the power with laughter. So I like to keep these short and sweet. And so clapping on my own stuff is not what I meant to do, but you know, I'm not Italian, but I talk with my hands. Anyway, I hope you have an absolutely awesome day. I so appreciate you listening to me and staying my listeners for a long time, a lot of you. And you know what? If you know someone that needs this message, please send it to them. Find a way to make their day. Sending this to them, laughing with them, do it. That's the joy of life, is reaching out and touching other people in your lives that mean something to you, letting them know that you do. So with that said, I'm going to boogie on down the road, pass on some more smiles. Anyway, have an awesome day. This is Gail Foley signing off for today. Bye-bye.